Hey there, Cosmic Warriors, and welcome back to another video. And if you are new here, my name is Hannah. I am a Western Practical Astrologer. Okay, so in today's video, we are going to be talking all about Libra relationships. So stay tuned because we are going to get into it. But before we do, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you are interested in booking a reading with me, then you can visit my website, hannahselsewhere.com. There you can also find my astrology products. And if you want a new video early, ad-free, plus PDF guides and daily forecasts, then head on over to my Patreon. And I do want to take a moment to say thank you so much to my patrons over there for all of your support. As always, I hope you find this video to be helpful. Let's do this. Okay, so the information in this video can be applied to romantic relationships, friendships, parenting, and so on. Watch for your rising, sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. If any of these planets are in Libra in your chart, just see how the information resonates. Also, make sure to check out my aspect series for more information on the energy flow between the signs. First up, we have Libra-Libra relationships. When you're with other Libras, meaning if they have Libra planets or if their Libra planets fall within your first house, you tend to get on well because you both seek to relate. You'll share tips and advice with each other. You do not run out of things to talk about, especially if there is a nice balance between you. Giving and receiving is likely. Perhaps you feel seen by other Libras, like they want to see where you're coming from. However, being on the fence can happen, as if none of you can make a decision on things. Addressing issues head on can also be an issue within itself. Be cautious of being superficial and non-committal. Still, you learn from your style, your fashion, your sophisticated ways of doing things. You both are willing to share, and when you're on the same page, miracles happen. Libra-Scorpio relationships. When you're with Scorpio, meaning if they have Scorpio planets or if their Scorpio planets fall within your second house, you feel you need to be focused and determined. You also come to read between the lines as you pick up on social undercurrents. Your Scorpio friend, lover, or colleague will encourage you to be strong and passionate, especially when it comes to financial and security matters. However, tension can arise if Scorpio is too controlling or fixated, or if you're too flaky or insincere. Scorpio teaches you the importance of valuing tenaciousness and being protective, whilst also sharing your skills with intensity. Scorpio says, dig a little deeper, dive deeper. You eventually grow into your Scorpio traits of intimacy, mastery, and being magnetic later on in life. You come to truly value these qualities, Libra. Libra-Sagittarius relationships. When you're with Sagittarius, meaning if they have Sagittarius planets or if their Sag planets fall within your third house, they get you being louder and broad-minded in conversations. They'll get you sharing your knowledge and your wisdom. You'll enjoy discussing travel, philosophy, and aspirational subjects together. The types of conversations you have tend to be enthusiastic and pretty humorous. Perhaps you grew up with Sagittarius siblings or cousins, or your school friends had Sag placements. However, while Sagittarius can bring uplifting and optimistic information, it's important to recognize when you're both being too idealistic or really coming from a place of being on your moral high ground. Getting caught up in hopeful thinking is likely, with little practical measure there. Still, Sagittarius teaches you the importance of being an open communicator and learner. Now, you may grow into your Sagittarius traits later on in life where you possess an opinionated mind. Libra-Capricorn relationships. When you're with Capricorn, meaning if they have Capricorn planets or if their Capricorn planets fall within your 4th house, you might feel irritated or right at home. It depends on how you perceived your parents growing up. Perhaps one of your parents has Capricorn placements, or you grew up in a cautious, reserved, or single-minded family. Capricorn encourages you to be hardworking, dedicated, and responsible. There's something quite disciplined Capricorn brings to your emotional world. After all, at your core, you're dutiful and you're goal-oriented, but you tend to keep these qualities private. Capricorn reminds you to tap into your long-term goals. Success, status, and appearance clashes are likely though. Still, Capricorn teaches you to be wise, realistic, and respectable. Libra-Aquarius relationships. When you're with Aquarius, meaning if they have Aquarius planets or if their Aquarius planets fall within your 5th house, you feel independent and free. You'll be conceptual and objective. You'll feel a stronger push to think for yourself. Perhaps your romantic/sexual partners have Aquarius placements, or you get along really, really well with Aquarius types. You can enjoy things together and explore alternatives and new ideas. However, whilst Aquarius can be caring, original, and eccentric, do be cautious of being too theoretical. You both can rebel against each other if at any time you feel like you're being labeled or strong-minded. Let your freak flags fly without judgment. Still, Aquarius teaches you to be unique when it comes to your ego, either directly or indirectly. Through Aquarius, you come to learn about the surprises of your inner child. Libra-Pisces relationships. So when you're with Pisces, meaning if they have Pisces planets or if their Pisces planets fall within your 6th house, you tend to let out your boundaryless behaviors. Pisces reminds you of how impressionable and fluid your daily life can be. Pisces brings this free flow, this imagination to your everyday life. You tend to be understanding of others when it comes to your chosen occupation, and Pisces types may relate to you in this way, Libra. Maybe people you work with have Pisces placements, or your workplace is full of hospitable and adaptable people. However, it may also feel like you must keep up with the ever-changing times, schedules, and co-workers. Still, Pisces teaches you to be compassionate. Through Pisces, you learn to follow your intuition when it comes to your efforts. You connect with spiritual and emotional people when it comes to your routines and schedules, and you do refine your skills of insight. Libra-Aries relationships. When you're with Aries, meaning if they have Aries planets or if their Aries planets fall within your 7th house, you feel this strange need to put yourself first and to make decisions quickly, fast. It's as if you can pick up on the movement, on the spontaneity Aries has to offer. You may get into relationships with people who display qualities of passion, leadership, adventure, and being somewhat impulsive. Literally Aries at times. Approaching your relationships in this direct, no messing around way is also likely, but the interruptive mirror will break at some point because you tend to be much more diplomatic than blunt. Libra. Aries still may push your buttons, but they can also reflect how your own headstrong and selfish behaviors show up within your relationships. Through Aries, you learn to own your qualities of taking risks, being a pioneer, and being forward-facing. Libra-Taurus relationships. So when you're with Taurus, meaning if they have Taurus planets or if their Taurus planets fall within your 8th house, you are presented with the much deeper and darker parts of yourself. The parts of yourself which are possessive, hedonistic, and jealous, but also the parts of yourself which are sensual, committed, and patient. When you are presented with these qualities from Taurus types, you might remain quiet, you might remove yourself, or you can, of course, transform through the experience. Taurus encourages you to connect with your values, pleasures, and your desires, After all, underneath the surface, you're material focused and you're persistent, Libra, but you subconsciously learn to hide these parts of yourself, but to instead be social and charming. Indeed, through Taurus, you learn profound lessons about your resources and your spending habits. Libra-Gemini relationships. When you're with Gemini, meaning if they have Gemini planets or if their Gemini planets fall within your 9th house, you're quite chatty and engaging. You feel like you can share your knowledge and your teachings freely and innocently. Gemini also gets you being flexible and curious when it comes to your worldviews, when it comes to your beliefs. You can be investigative and fact-finding when exploring the bigger picture together. And when you're aligned with your higher self, you are educational, you're articulate, inventive, inquisitive. Gemini shows up and gets you sharing your many ideas and opinions with the world. The meaning of life involves learning and sharing. You also recognize how your philosophies and your beliefs are persuasive, but do be cautious of gossip because you and Gemini may share private information. Still, Gemini teaches you to speak when it comes to your morals and to share your truth logically. Libra-Cancer relationships. So when you're with Cancer, meaning if they have Cancer planets or if their Cancer planets fall within your 10th house, you may feel driven and tenacious, especially when it comes to your purpose, when it comes to your career path. You realize the importance of using intuition and being caregiving to get you ahead. Maybe your manager or your boss is a Cancer, or you look to them as an expert of some kind. On the other hand, it's likely that too many emotional needs from Cancer can bother you. You don't want to be their parent. Whilst you both value partnership and family, you focus more on the social connection between you, Libra. Still, you seek a profession that is security oriented, and Cancer can be a great mentor in your life in this way. Cancer teaches you to consider your feelings as well, and things like being perceptive and sentimental can be useful for you professionally. Through Cancer, you see the importance of being nurturing and supportive. Libra-Leo relationships. So when you're with Leo, meaning if they have Leo planets or if their Leo planets fall within your 11th house, you feel like you are a cheerleader. You feel like Leo is the cheerleader toward your future aims, right? They're really trying to be all about victory and celebrating your wins. They want to see you succeed, you see. For these reasons, you might feel loved and appreciated by them. This creates friendship and feeling included. Leo reminds you that play and fun matter. Some you time, right? They also encourage you to be confident and expressive. Perhaps you have Leo friends in your life, or you run into people who are self-assured and generous in social circles. But you see, Leo also teaches you about non-conforming ideas to do with creativity, entertainment, and appearances. Indirect or in indirect ways, you learn through Leo that there is no one way to shine or to let your hair down. Just to add that, there is no one way to look after your children either. And if or when you feel Leo being too demanding or overbearing, you'll either remove yourself or be honest about your views. And lastly, Libra-Virgo relationships. Okay, so when you're with Virgo, meaning if they have Virgo planets or if their Virgo planets fall within your 12th house, you can be discreet and diplomatic toward one another. You can both display qualities, of being assistive toward each other, right? You can have these assistive attributes, and you can also display qualities of being problem solvers. Virgo also helps you if you ever need it, right? There's that help. There is that being service orientated. They'll also remind you of your own charm and social graces. Virgo can sense the correcting and fixing parts of yourself. They'll also encourage you to work on any improvements. They will be reliable and efficient. But it is also likely that Virgo's critical behavior can agitate you at times. It can bother you if or when Virgo is too picky, fussy, or nagging. Being manipulative and too black and white usually doesn't sit well with Virgo either. Libra. Still, Virgo teaches you to be methodical and detailed. Through Virgo, you discover the parts of yourself which are health conscious and healing. Okay then, Cosmic Warriors, so that concludes my video talking all about Libra relationships with all of the signs. Please let me know if you found this video to be helpful. Did you learn something new? I would really appreciate your feedback, and like you, I am always learning. Again, I want to say thank you so much to my patrons over at Patreon for all of your support. Do let me know your thoughts and your opinions about today's video down below. With all that being said, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and if you have not yet subscribed, then make sure that you click that subscribe button and also give this video a like if you did like it today, and I will be back with another video very soon. Bye.